So today what we're gonna do is we're gonna sim. Well, I'm gonna sim until someone breaks the hits record. If you don't know what the hits record is, it's 4,256 set by Pete Rose. 4,000 hits. That's a lot. That's a lot. So we're gonna try to see who can break that record, if anybody can break that record. So I hope you do enjoy it. Of course, if you do, thumbs up down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and enjoy the content, and of course, get in the comment section. Do you think the hits record can be broken? I think I don't think anybody's even gonna get close, to be honest, because the closest person right now, Albert Pujols with 3275. That's the closest person right now to the hits record that's playing. I don't think anybody can do it. You know, it's just a completely different game. You know, the pitchers weren't as good back then. Now you think about it, pitchers are elite. You know, hitters are elite too, but it's a completely different game. I just don't think it's possible. I really don't. So let me know what you guys think down below. All right, so here we go. We're gonna go with the Reds because I feel like it's the Pete Rose Reds. I feel like it's only fair. Honestly, I don't really care what happens. To be honest, honestly, I don't really care what happens. Anyways, I don't care what happens. I do have a secret weapon though. I do have a secret weapon. That guy is Tony Bologna. That's right. First name that came into my head. Anyways, switch hitter, 99 overall, 18 years old, 99s across the board. We want to see how long it will take him to get 4,257 hits. So every single year, well, not every single year, but throughout the video, I'm gonna keep lowering his age back to like 20, 21. That way he doesn't decrease overall at any point. He's gonna be the guy that I want to see how long it takes for him to break the record, because let me show you how many hits it's gonna take to get to that number. Okay, so in 2019, Whit Merrifield led the league with 206 hits. So there's that. Next up was Devers with 201, LeMahieu with 197. So let's just kind of go with like 200. Let's just say 200 is the base. Actually, let's bring it down a little bit because 200 is a pretty elite category. Let's go with like what? 185. Let's say 185. That way he's kind of he's within the top 10, right? So let's go with 185. Okay, so we have 4,256 divided by, what do we say, 185. We're still gonna need 23 seasons with 185 hits every single year. That's a lot of seasons, and they have to get 185 hits every single season to make that happen. That's insane. So with that being said, we've got Tony Bologna here, and we got to think about certain players that could potentially break it. Wander Franco, you know, top prospects, kind of players like that. Maybe Jared Kelenic, Bobby Witt. I'm trying to think of other players who are like currently in the league that are really young that may have a chance. So let's say like 24 max. Let's see who's Acuna. Maybe let's go like overall minimum of like a 80. So we've got like Acuna, who has how many hits? 342. You've got obviously Mr. Bologna. You've got Tatis, who's 22, who has under 200 hits, right? Albies with almost 500. So I mean, there's a possibility that some of these players could reach that amount, but they're gonna have to be at the top of their game to make it happen. So let's see if it's possible. 4,256 hits, right? Yeah, 4,256 hits. Let's do it. Let's see what happens. I'm interested to see if anybody can come close. I guess I could do it this way, where I want to sort it this one. So you got Miguel Cabrera's number 2, Cano, Yachty, Ryan Braun. So like, yeah, it's gonna be tough. Let's see what happens. All right, so first season, Triple Crown, MVP, you name it. Mr. Bologna over here killed it. 205 hits, 53 doubles, 46 home runs, Triple Crown, this, that, the other thing. Only missed one game, and the pace is going well. So let's go take a look. It is actually stats that I want. Player stats. I want career stats, and then I got to go to the teams which is right here. So wait, no, Pujols is gone. I wanted to see how many hits Pujols had, so I'm gonna need to go to the Dodgers. Please tell me you didn't take him out of your lineup. That would be the worst possible thing right now, because I kind of want to keep track of everybody. So he has 3250. I'm assuming he's going to retire. Like, that's what I'm gonna assume is gonna happen. So 3250 for Pujols, which, okay, now I know, like, he's oh, there he is 3250. I'm assuming he's gonna retire, so now I know he's kind of like the benchmark to beat that number. He still fell short, what, 1,000? Yeah, I mean, almost 1,000 exactly. He was that short. And Miguel Cabrera is next, and he's 300 away. Like, jeez, man. I mean, is there anybody that's kind of young that could potentially... Starling Castro, not a shot. Trout, maybe. I mean, this is tough. So 3250 for Pujols. Like I said, I assume he's... Oh, wait, did that just say the Angels won a World Series in 2020? Oh, okay. So yeah, Pujols retires. 3250 is his hit total. So there it is. That is the benchmark to start it off. 3250. Let's keep moving forward. Okay, so just a quick little check-in. Season 2. Let's just see what happens. So he's still above, kind of where we calculated, what, 185. So I also want to see some of the other youngsters, kind of like how they're doing. So let's get to the everybody list. So Miguel Cabrera is still going. He's shy of 3,000. I'm trying to think of who. So, oh man, is Tatis or any one of those guys going to be at the 1,000 mark? Like Acuna, Tatis, Jordan? Doubt it, right? So I'm kind of thinking it's probably just better to just look, because I don't think you can search by age here. So let's keep looking down. Trey Turner, he's 28 though, and he's not even at 1,000. So, okay, let's go take a look at the Braves. Where are the Braves? Where's Acuna? He is currently at 674. Okay, so 674. We've got... actually, what is he averaging? He's averaging under the 185 mark, so that's disappointing. Oh, Jazz Chisholm. Same age, though. He's well under the mark, too. What about Tatis? Where's Tatis at? What do we got here? He's under the mark, so he's gonna be, he's gonna be a tough one to kind of keep up with. What about Jordan? He's kind of averaging out to that mark, so he's gonna be one that we should definitely keep an eye out on. It's gonna be tough for him to hit the mark, but maybe he's one that we can keep our eye on. So Miggy still didn't crack 3,000 hits, so I'm not too sure if I'm gonna keep my eye on him. I'm pretty sure he's done anyways. He's probably gonna retire here soon. So let's see here. Yeah, there he is. So 2964. I guess I'll take a note for that one, just so that I know that he's the next one below Pujols. But for now, that's 2 seasons. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go a little bit further into the future, maybe like 2027, 2028, and then kind of check in again, unless some player starts cracking 3,000 hits, and then we can kind of see who's getting a little close and everything like that. But let's sim a little bit in the future, see what happens. Okay, we're in the year 2027. Like I said, I was gonna do a check-in, and I also want to lower the age of Mr. Bologna here. I want to make sure that he stays youthful. Obviously he found the fountain of youth, gets a little bit younger, so those attributes go back up. We can't have him falling off like he already is. That's just not something that should be okay. No. We got to make sure he sticks around forever. And speaking of sticking around forever, you're going to see a picture now. Scuffy just sent me a little DM where he found this on Reddit, and you're gonna see the post where Ronald Acuna got 1,000 career home runs, and I'm actually looking at it right now. He has 5,781 hits. He's 61 years old. I've never seen a player make it that far, so like I'm confused. I'm super confused. So you're going to see the stat line for Acuna, and then you're also going to see his stats, like his attributes. I'm so confused. Have you guys ever had that happen before? I mean, it's impressive. 1,000 home runs, almost 6,000 hits. I mean, it's kind of fitting. What are the odds that that pops up on Reddit as I go to make this video? So, yeah. I mean, it's kind of wild. You guys are going to see it on screen. I'm actually kind of looking the way that I can see it on my PC, my monitor. That's wild. In the league for almost 40 years as well. What is this? What is it? Julio Franco? How long did Julio Franco stay in the league, by the way? Let's do a little Google search about that. He was in the league till he was 48. So I mean, Ronald Acuna took it one step further. He was like, I'm gonna go till I'm 61. So that's wild. That's absolutely wild. But back to this. Let's get through the season. I wanted to show you that I was getting through the whole, or show you that I did drop his age down, and that, you know, some stats were changed over years of just, you know, regression. Not that I changed the stats or anything. So let's get through this season. Let's check in with the rest of the league, see where other people are. I know Soto has eclipsed 1,000 hits, but I'm not too sure where like Tatis, Acuna, who else were we looking at? Tatis, Acuna, Soto, Yordan. I don't know where those guys are in the mix. So let's take a look at the end of the year. No one's really gotten close to like the 3,000 hit mark either. Miggy, obviously we talked about Miggy, and then there was Cano, who had like 2,800 hits, a little bit over 2,800 hits, but outside of that, no one's really come close. So we'll take a look at like the career leaders and everything like that once the season's over. Okay, so Tony Bologna's going down in attributes. I may have to start messing with the attributes a little bit just to make sure that he doesn't continue to fall off, because 151 hits, that's a no-go. That's no. We need him to stay 180 plus. And he's at 1,327 hits in 7 years, which actually is not too bad. I feel like we're kind of on track. I mean, things are looking good. And so let's go take a look at the rest of the league. And by league, I mean the rest of the league. So where are we here? So Freddie Freeman's at 2,500. Same thing with Altuve, but like, you know, they're definitely kind of at the end of their career. Same thing with Trout. So I think the youngest player is going to be, let's just see if there's anybody under 30 here that like is kind of close or in the mix for it. And at 31, that's Bellinger, who has 1,600. That's it. Oh, that's not good. Oh, okay. We've got Juan Soto, 28 years old. He's got 1,500. Acuna just behind him. Okay, so that's actually not too bad. What else do we have here? Any other players? I want to see where Tatis is. Tatis isn't really that close, huh? 1,300 for Vladdy. I haven't seen Tatis at all. We've got Yordan with 1,300, so he's kind of cooled off as well. I'm not seeing Tatis like at all. Do we pass Tatis? Am I just blind? That's not good. Oh, there he is. 28 years old. He's got 1,100. So, oh boy. That is unfortunate. So, I think Soto's our best shot, unless we get like some other crazy player, maybe like a Wander Franco or something that starts to pop off. So yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually just gonna we're gonna make sure that the man here doesn't fall off, and we just get out of control. As you guys can see, he's rocking a great little stance there. They won't let me keep it there, but there it is. So I'm gonna boost this guy back up to where he needs to be. Like I said, this is just kind of like the base, or kind of like the little controlled part of the test, because I want to see how long it takes him to get to that mark to beat the record, and I just want to see if anybody else can get to that point. So it's not looking great right now when Pujols is still the best player that we've had, and yeah, that's really about it. I mean, unless you're Ronald Acuna going until the age of 61, which how does that even happen? I don't know. Maybe it was a glitch. Maybe he did the edit system too. Who knows? Because I mean, his attributes for 61 years old were pretty good. I don't know. I'm not saying he cheated at all. I'm not. I definitely don't want to say someone cheated, but that's just something wild. So let's get into it. Let's keep moving forward. Maybe another 4 or 5 years. We'll see what happens. Unless someone starts getting close to where we need to be hits wise. Because what are we at right now? What are we at? Whoops. Yeah, 25-39. That's just not even close to where we need to be. So yeah. Let's move forward a bit. All right, I'm gonna jump to 2029 because we're at the point where like most of the current MLB stars, the Trout, Bogarts, Bryce Harper, they're starting to get kind of older, like 36, 37 range. So I do want to check and kind of see where we're at. So Xander Bogaerts actually is the highest hit total, 2758. He's still 79 overall. I think he can go a few more seasons. He might actually be able to hit 3,000 hits. You know, you've got Machado. He potentially could too. He's actually 86. He's someone that actually could do it too. What else do we got? Trout at 69. Nice. You got Bryce Harper at 80. What's making Trout so low? Probably because he's a center fielder, and man, has his fielding fallen so low. Okay. His hitting stats aren't too bad. I know I'm covering him up. I guess you can kind of look through it here. Freddie Freeman at 39. 38 overall. Okay, so looking at the hit totals, you guys can kind of see, but the ones that I think could actually make it, I think like these 4 up could potentially make 3,000 hits. I think these 2 are the most likely. But yeah, maybe Bryce Harper too. It's close. I want to see where the young guys are. We've got Juan Soto at almost 2,000. How old is he now? 30. Okay. Acuna's not too far behind him either. What else do we have? I think like Vladdy at 1,700. He just turned 30 as well. And ooh, okay. 1,690 at the age of 20. So this is year 9. So he'd be what? We started him at 18, so he'd be 28 actually. So he'd be 28, which 28, 29, about there. Yeah, 20. Yeah. No, wait. What year is this again? Year 9. So yeah, he'd be 28. No, 27. I can't do math. What's wrong with me? 27. He'd be 27, turning 28 next season. Yeah. So yeah. Wow, was my math off? Ooh, that's not good. That's bad. That's real bad. That's basic math too. That's not good at all. I was gonna see if there's anybody like Wander or something that was coming up. Tatis not looking too good. 14. What was it? 1473. You got Jazz with 1445. Oh, Nick Madrigal. He's 32 though. Who else could be someone that Wander Franco. How is he? 26. He's at 1379. So it's possible. It's definitely possible. But we'll see. 1379 is actually pretty good at 26. Yeah, that's pretty good actually. Wander Franco might be someone that we definitely need to keep an eye on. So there's that at 2029. Let's wait a few seasons. If someone hits the 3,000 mark, kind of gets it close to Pujols, I'll show you. Otherwise, again, let's just keep going. All right, 2033. And I want to take a look, at our guy here. 99 overall still. You know, you can see the attributes are going down. I mean, he's been in the league for 13 years. So, obviously, he'd be kind of older. But 2416 for hit total. I mean, we still got like another 2,100 to go. And it's been 13 seasons. Oh man, I'm going to be here all day. I mean, obviously, you're not going to be here for the whole time that I'm doing this. You're gonna get the Sparks Notes version, but I don't know why Spark Notes was so difficult for me to say, but you're picking up what I'm putting down. Anyways, next up, let's talk about these guys here. So Machado's been like this for a couple seasons now, so I think 28-14 is where he's capped. We've got Seager, who's actually, I mean, look at those attributes. He's been going up slowly but surely. He's at 26-47. And then Harper's been stuck here for a few years. He's not giving it up. He wants to get a little bit higher on the charts, but I think he's done. We've got Soto with just under 2,600 hits. He's still 34. I mean, the attributes are going down pretty quickly though, so it's We'll see. We'll see what happens. Acuna is kind of right behind him too, so not too far behind him. Again, his attributes are going pretty quickly. You got Devers. You've got our guy Tony Bologna here with, our number 2416. We've got Vladdy 2350, which I think is a pretty good number. Who else could we take a look at here? I mean, you can see all the hit totals, the players as well. And Tatis with just over 2,000. You got Winker, Calhoun, Mountcastle. Some names that I didn't expect to see here too. Wander Franco. He started off so hot and then just tanked in overall. And I feel like, dang, that's so disappointing to see. But other names too. Wayland Lau. Okay, so we've got our first player that is drafted in the league, right? 11 seasons. So yeah, 1939. Okay, that's a good total. Ty France is up there. You got Torkelson, who's now 33 with 1872 for hits. Any other? Oh, you got Kelnick, 1769, 32 years old. You got Rutschman with 1764. He's 33 years old. Bichette. Okay, it looks like he's capped at 1748. Julio Rodriguez, he's 30. Okay, 1741. So, okay. Yu Chang. I'm telling you, Yu Chang's making an appearance in like every video lately. He's been killing it. But, yeah, there's some of the hit totals for every player. But it looks like maybe Seager gets close. It just depends on how well he holds his rating. Same thing with Soto. Same thing with Acuna. But I think 3,000 is kind of the cap. So let's head into the offseason and see who retires. I'm assuming we're going to get a couple players that do retire, and we can add them to the list since they did get kind of close. So Bregman with 2304, that's not close enough to add to the list. It's just not. You got to be close. You got to be at least 2,800 plus to be added to my list here to count. So let's keep going forward. And like once a player retires, like the Harper, Seager, Machado, the ones that are close to the mark, then we'll take another peek at the list. Okay, 2036, and I looked at the charts, and let me tell you, we got like a big change. Seager has retired. That's really the only player that's like of note that is like no longer there. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, as of note that like we talked about and is no longer in the league. That's what I should say. But he was around 2,600. Obviously, Trout's been gone for a while. He was like retired back in like one of the earlier check-ins that we did. He sat around 2,600 too. So again, not big names. Obviously, you can see Tony Bologna here chilling around 3,000 hits. Acuna is 73 overall though, so I'm not too sure how much more he's gonna get, especially since he only got 141 at bats, 47 hits. So he's at 2916. So he close to 3,000 as well. And then we've got Jordan here, 2838, and he almost played in a full season. So it's potentially like he could, if he gets another good season, he could hit 3,000 hits. You got Machado, who's been stuck for quite a few seasons. So it's looking like 2814 is going to be Machado's number. You got Soto, who also is not getting any more game time. So 2737 is looking like his number. We've got Vladdy here getting a couple at bats here and there. Okay. So he could potentially get a couple more. But yeah, it's looking like we're starting to see the end for some players. Wayland Lau, 2367. Like to see that. And any other interesting names popping up? Vidal Brujan. Okay. Jared Kelenick's up there. We've got Tatis Young. I'm trying to see if there's like any. Ooh, I didn't even think about Jason Dominguez. He's holding his rating. Interesting. 2,000 hits. I don't know if he'll hit even close to 4,000, but maybe. DeAndre Rice. That looks like another like prospect that got drafted. He's short of 2,000 with 1961. So, okay. There's been some new names that are popping up around here from some drafts that have happened, but it's looking like, the closest we're going to get is maybe Acuna, potentially. He hits 3,000 hits. He just needs like one more season, to be honest. And then same thing with Jordan if he gets a full year. So there it is. Some interesting names have changed, but the one that is of note, I think Machado is the highest that we've had so far, outside of, Acuna, Jordan, and then potentially Soto, depending on if he gets another season or not. So there it is. There we go. 2036. I mean, how many seasons has this guy been in the league? 16? Man, we still got quite a few seasons to go. Okay, we got Vladdy retires with 2,700 hits, and then Jordan, I jinxed him. I jinxed Acuna, Jordan, and a couple others, because every time I talk about a player potentially making a push, they don't get to play anymore. They literally sit on the bench or they get sent to the minors as soon as I talk about them. Jordan fell 9 hits short. Unreal. I can't believe I jinxed the guy. I can't believe I jinxed him. But we're in 2039, about to be 2040. Jordan 9 hits short of 3,000. All right, 2042, and I want to make another, just a little quick little check-in, see what's going on, because Acuna's retired. He had, I wrote it down, 2916 for hits, and we've eclipsed 4,000, right? Like, we had a really good year, 204 hits, 211 in 2040. So I mean, we're doing well, right? Obviously, we keep bumping him back up to 99 and 18 years old, but he's kind of like the player that we have to like keep an eye on to see how long it actually takes. He's been in the league for 22 years, so like he's still kind of on pace to hit the mark. I think we said it was going to be 23 years, so I don't think he's going to get the number that, you know, he needs to get to 45-62. What was it again? 42-56. Oh, he might actually do it in 23 years. He might actually do it next year. He will 100% do it next year. 42-56. Yeah, he'll do it next year. Oh, he'll break it next year. 23 years. So he actually kept on track. Like we broke it down. I don't want to talk about this player because I don't want to jinx him. But Juan Soto's still chilling in the minors, 43 years old, or in free agency, wherever he's at. Bobby Witt Jr., 2,600. You know, you guys can kind of see the other players that have jumped up. Eric Pena, of all players, normally not someone that I see in the top of the charts anywhere, but he's got 2,300. We've got Elvis Dominguez, who I think is a drafted player. He's 42, so there's that. And then a couple others. I'll go through the list so you guys can kind of see other names, and you'll see some prospects that were drafted from, you know, the franchise save that we currently have. But yeah, these are kind of the names that popped up, and you know, I just don't think it's possible. Is there anybody who's like under the age of 30 that's even like here, or low 30s? I saw a 34-year-old, but yeah, there's just no shot that this is possible. This is just a record that is just not gonna be broken. So like 3,000 hits hasn't even been eclipsed yet. Jordan had 9 hits short, so like that hasn't even been something that's been done without tampering, which of course this person has, you know, been a part of. The little tampering, you know, maybe some illegal activities have been going on, but yeah. So we're in 2042, and then we still haven't even had a 3,000 hit member yet. So let's keep moving forward. I just wanted to do a check, also give you guys the heads up on what's going on and everything like that. And we'll see if anybody retires really quickly. We'll get through this season, see if anybody like Juan Soto, or I'm pretty sure Jordan's retired too. So no one retired that was of note that would be up towards the top of the charts for hits. So yeah, there's that. 2042. We will break the record in 2043. But I want to see if anybody comes close to 3,000 hits next season. I knew this was gonna happen, so we knew this was gonna happen. And I mean, too bad we can't like search to see like career accolades and everything, because I wonder how many MVPs and everything that he's had throughout this. That would be something that would be really interesting to see. So obviously the record 42-56. By Pete Rose. Ty Cobb was second with 41.89. They're the only two players with 4,000 hits in a career. Hank Aaron was the next one with 37.71. And as you can see, we have 43-24. So the new record, 43-24. He also has almost 900 home runs, and stolen bases are quite a bit. But you can see we finally broke the record, and we actually have someone who has 3,000 hits. Jason Dominguez. And it looks, hold on, did I sort this correctly? No. Okay, I was wondering. Jason Dominguez. Someone else hit 3,000 hits. I don't know if anybody else will come close. I guess we could, just kind of take a look and see if anybody has been playing, but it doesn't look like it. And most of these guys are in their 40s. Maybe Robert Kirk, maybe, but it doesn't even look like he's getting much playing time either. So Jason Dominguez, man, he was the one to do it. He was the one to do it. Took him 20 seasons to do it. We have 23 to get the 4,300 mark, but there it is. It has been done. So what I'm gonna do, actually, I'm gonna finish off Jason Dominguez's career. I want to see how much he finishes with, because he had 140 games here. I wonder if he can get maybe like 3,200, 34, maybe 35. I just want to see what happens. He is 39 years old, so I don't expect him to play much more. But let's just see what happens with Jason Dominguez. So we have the mark, 43-24, the new record. Took 23 seasons with, you know, some tampering. But Jason Dominguez, 3,000 hits. That's impressive. I jinxed him. I jinxed him. I jinxed him. He's 56 overall, so he's definitely fallen off. But I jinxed him. So he's going to finish at 30-80 for hits. Oops, I didn't mean to do... What did I just do here? Oh, I'm on the Giants. Okay. Let's fix this. Okay. So yeah, I jinxed him. There's no one else getting anywhere close. I've looked at any player who could get potentially close. There is nobody. So yeah. Jason Dominguez. I mean, this guy is kind of close to that. We just looked at Ray Bruno, but he's 36. So unlikely. Yeah, I mean, I've swept the league. Like, there's nobody. Yeah, that's really about it. So Jason Dominguez is the only player to get 3,000 hits. Yes, Jordan came very, very close, but I mean, 3,000 hits, when you look at it, yes, there's been a bunch of players, but Pujols is currently the only other player that has 3,000, like the active player that has 3,000 hits. Miguel Cabrera is close. He might hit it by the end of the year if he stays healthy, gets on a little bit of a streak. But like, yeah, 3,000 hits for Jason Dominguez. Impressive. But there it is. That is the total. I mean, this guy's gonna go and go and go and go and go and go and go. I don't want to keep it going because that's just I'm gonna be here all day if I keep changing it. So we're gonna leave it there. We broke it. It took 23 seasons. And it took 23 seasons for Jason. I mean, he didn't actually play in 23 seasons, but 23 seasons to get another player to even hit 3,000 hits, which is absolutely wild. I mean, 3,000 hits is a huge milestone. So for him to do it, impressive. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. Obviously, 4,000 hits, breaking the record of Pete Rose, Ty Cobb. Even hitting 4,000 is almost impossible. 3,000 was almost impossible, and Jason Dominguez was the only one to do it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I know we kind of cheated, but there it is. We at least hit 3,000, so that's pretty impressive. And like I said, I hope you did enjoy it. Thumbs up if you did. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and enjoy the content. And of course, let me know. 4,000 hits, is that possible? I don't think so. 3,000? Is even 3,000 hits possible in real life anymore? I mean, that's kind of crazy to think about. Yeah, I mean, oof. I mean, it clearly is with Pujols, like Miggy being right around the corner. But like, think about the players who are like just coming up, like the Jason Dominguez. You've got Elliot Ramos, Wander Franco. I said Elliot Ramos because I just saw his name, but you know what I'm saying? Like Bobby Witt Jr., you know, Acuna, Tatis, can they hit 3,000 hits? That's a big ask. That's crazy to think about. Let me know down below. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.